And hello folks, we're going to talk about a little bit of weapons design, and I figured out a way from YouTube's "We Hate Guns, We Hate Gun Owners, and We Hate American" bit. Okay, now a lot of people forgot about the Luger. Okay, I found something interesting when I read a lot of the old law books and stuff. England has a famous quote, and a lot of people forget this, but I don't. You don't. One of these right here, it's never full automatic, all right? If you get with the 8-shot clip, it's a firearm with a shoulder stock. If you make this stock non-detachable, you weld a metal bar to it, and it's perfectly legal in England. There's their loophole there. So I could figure it out because these ain't cheap, folks. You go put in an order for 1,000, 100,000. What T-stock welded Lugers with an 8-inch barrel. You're not going to be going around shooting up the place because, one, it's $2,000 a Luger if I figure out a way to produce it cheaply. Like make $25 on each Luger, cost the manufacturing, and then sell it for $2,000. See, sorry, speech impediment. A lot of people don't understand how evil Uncle Al is, but right now, a lot of the Nazi regime, NWO, are pushing really hard. Yeah, but these guys really hard to take our liberties away, our civil rights, and the constitutional rights of self-defense. They don't care. Their motive is to control the population, serve and protect themselves, and maintain order. They don't give a crap about you. Okay, that's why I like the Luger. Unlike the slide action 1911, I've been dabbling with its design too. Nobody ever thought of putting a whatchamacallit, a compact grip on it, and then you extend the magazine to form another part of the handle. So all you have to do is pull out that part because now it's a regular, you can hide it in your belt or in your shoulder rig or whatever. And then when you need a full length grip, you put in the magazine. Nobody thinks of that. Or another thing is you could stock it too because I found a loophole on that. Still working on it. All right. But when I get designs, it'll be either a Luger or a 1911 design with CC internal works, and already figured out the lower receiver part. Remember, folks, we're in a modern age where things are changing rapidly, especially in high-tech plastics. And people when, well, you know, these 3D printers, duh. Get out of my way. Uncle Alan's thinking way ahead of you. I've been investigating certain machining tools, CADs, computer-assisted devices, to make firearms. Okay, a lot of you agree. And then the squirrel comes out of the hole? No, I have to move faster than most people think. Okay, if I could develop a system where the lower receiver is made out of polyester or whatever plastic they're using on the Glock, I could duplicate it, develop it, and then the slide is always steel and a few parts for the trigger and stuff. Simple. That's what got me interested in personal defense weapons. It started with a revolver, ended with a semi-automatics and automatics, and then went to police carbines and finally the machine gun. Reason why the extended pistols didn't work, it's too lightweight. And you have all sorts of problems with recoil and ejection. And also, you don't want the slide coming that close to your face. Now, this is why I like the Luger. The toggle forces up, and it's custom made, so it's not cheap. All right, and it's easy to do. So put together an 8-round pistol carbine. Basically, it's a pistol with a T-stock permanently welded onto the Luger. And you go bypass England. I'm working on another way for United States and Canada and Mexico. I just got to figure out a way and see the things, because there's loopholes in each country and I know how to get through a loophole. All right? And maybe I'll figure out a way to bring this back without the drum magazine, so every boy and girl in England will have one. All right? So forget about the bad movies where you see it firing in full automatic. That's myth. That's not real. Okay? And these things semi-automatically can shoot up to 40 yards. Let's see you shoot your pistol at 40 yards. Gotta have coffee. So like I said, I'm a big Luger fan. I love Lugers. They're great devices, but they're expensive as hell. Because they're like a Porsche or a Ferrari of the handgun world. This is why they went to the 1911 slide stock system, because it's cheaper and easier. And a lot of them knows that it's a truck versus a Ferrari. And if you look at side-by-side comparison, it shoots better, the Luger, because it's more accurate. And there's a famous legend that George Patton in the early Olympics went against the Swiss with their Lugers, and the Swiss won. And Patton was so mad, they was yelling at Colt to redesign the grip of his 45. And it was the regular 1908 45, and that was a clunker of a, you know, I was still amazed it came bronze. And George S. Patton, lieutenant, was a very good shot. The Swiss shot around him. It's like they had Lugers and 30 caliber, and they're poking holes while he's going chunk, chunk, chunk. Okay? So like I said, I like to do a little bit of weapons designing. And talking about weapons, I love Lugers. Okay? Lugers are fairly easy devices once you figure it out, but they need skill machining. All right, see that? The parts are simple. You don't have direct recoil. It goes up. It's an ideal weapon, but it's like a Ferrari. You have to baby it. You have to clean it. You don't take, well, you can take your F-250 and go through a muddy field. I don't think you'd want to do that to your Ferrari or Porsche. Okay? And if you try to drag a Ferrari versus a Porsche and an F-250, F-250 way back there. Okay? So think about it, folks. Let me put this further. Nice thing is, with the Luger, you can fairly easily silence them, so you don't have the noise pollution. Okay, using subsonic ammunition. So if the neighbors play too loudly, you just go thunk, thunk. Remember, you have to be careful of other people around the area. It's very quiet with a silencer. Now the problem with PCCs, that's pistol cartridge carbines, like this, they use a direct line system of recoil. See that right there? All right? The big problem with that is you still have recoil, and also go up and to the left. So like I said, you could do all sorts of things with pistol cartridges. Your ideal goal is only 40 yards. It could be pistol, it could be PDW, it could be pistol carbines. And let's show you this one. Okay, that's an extended magazine right there. That's a 45 and has a 15 round clip on it. And it does work. The only problem is you have to be damn careful. And I've seen people, old gangsters, trying to make it full automatic. Didn't work. Go ask John Dillinger. He said it was so fast he couldn't control it. And he never used it. He kept it around because it looks threatening. And he had a Thompson grip four in front of it because that's the only way he could hold it. Because he tried it like this and he said almost damn broke his wrist. Okay? So anyway, that's my thoughts on PDW, the early versions. So whatever you see on the gamers, cartoons, bad TV shows, it's all a bunch of bull. Okay? Bull poo, bull, I can't say the S word, but you know it comes out of the rear end of a male cow. That's all baloney. It's usually semi-automatic at a slow anywhere from 2 to 1 shot a round, which you can do. There's loopholes. I've been checking other countries, all except America, and they were feared of this weapon, and they put it in the Geneva Convention. Because at the time, most rifles only had 5 shots and bolt actions, and you could fire 6 shots in a handy little PDW or pistol carbine, no problem. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in a later date. Why didn't they make it out of revolvers? And I'll tell you why, and I'll show a couple of examples of it. I'll catch you later, folks. You have a nice day. Do something nice for your neighbors. Cook them dinner. Talk about raising a garden. Have them stock up on certain supplies. This goes especially for people in the UK. Okay, you got about 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks before Tesco. I think it's Tesco, because the CEO says you're going to have trouble, so you should be stockpiling right now. And at least get 24 cans of corned beef and stash it away. All right, folks. Catch you later.